name is Maud. I'm the host for the black metal promotional agency. And today we're having Sam from the band Hatskrømt from Norway. And I've discovered his music quite lately, but it resonates a lot with my thought about black metal. And I was very, very impressed by his views, well, the music, of course, but his views through music. And this interview is something special for me, and I'm very glad to do it. So, hi, Sam. How are you?
Hi, Maud. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, yeah, let's jump to the first question immediately. So, what inspired you to form Hatskrømt in 2021, and how do your Norwegian roots influence your music?
Well, it's all started with I have a black and punk band called Blodknoke. And we did a lot of, punk gigs, blood everywhere, knives out, doing crazy shit. And I've always been interested in black metal. So I thought that doing the punk thing on the stage with the band, that's fun. But when I'm alone, I wanted to do, some solo one-man black metal stuff. And I love Immortal. I love Iljarn, Bursum, all the Norwegian classics, but also like bands like Swedish Marduk and Bathory, of course. And I thought that, well, I can try to do my own take on a style, but not necessarily like classic Norwegian second wave black metal, but something else in that vein.
That's true. You're maybe I can hear and feel influences in your music, but definitely you have your own sound.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I think you do, yeah. To me, sometimes I heard a lot of maybe it's not in your influences, but I felt your music was close to Revenant Marquis.
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing that I've thought about.
It's like the raw aspect, maybe the voice, sometimes the soundscapes. It reminded me of that.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that for me, it's different for every album, I guess.
It is. You have so much diversity.
Thank you. But I started the first record I did, I think, with Hatskrømt was just a collection of songs I've made early. I just think it's called Hatskrømt. You'll find it online somewhere. I don't push it myself, but it was some noise pieces, some black metal, some jokes even, and then
that's good.
Yeah, but then it's starting to evolve, and I wanted to do something more grounded in what black metal is for me, which is just pure aggression, punk attitude, super simple, 4 chords,
I'm so sorry.
No worries. But from then on, I trying to experiment with both like symphonic shit and atmospheric stuff and dungeon synth and yeah.
Okay. Sorry for that cut.
No worries.
Since your formation, you've released several projects in a short time. How was your sound evolved from your debut album to your latest releases? Oh, come on, shut up. I'm so sorry about that.
No worries, that's no problem. Well, I guess it started as like a one man noise core basically act, blackened noise, and then it went into straight black metal, and now I'm trying to, I like everything from the pure raw black metal like Iljarn, but I also like stuff like Old Man's Child and more like symphonic stuff. And relentless punk energy of early Immortal and stuff like that. So I guess with my releases, I also try to just show my influences and try to do a twist on the formula for each release.
The twist is good because I heard the influences, but you're definitely very, very personal. Your approach is unique.
Somebody likes that. Some people would say that, you know, black metal has to be this and that, and I respect it. It's but when you think back to the second wave, they experimented and made a lot of new stuff all the time, and I don't understand why we want black metal to sound exactly like this when we could do something new with it.
I totally agree, but the thing is, it's like change can be scary for most people. So having tradition is like, it's comforting.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure. It's like having something new, something different is always like taking a risk.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear the old Mayhem or Dark Throne all my life. Right. Like I expect every artist to have their own approach of and vision of black metal, and that's rich. That's rich to me.
I agree, and it's you know, I love listening to all Dark Throne. I love listening to Tåke. Tåke is one of my favorite artists of all time, but if I were only loving that stuff, I wouldn't make music myself because I already have that. There is no reason for me to make the same shit as them because they do it better and they do it themselves. So
that's true.
To do something else, right?
So while you haven't specified particular themes, what messages or emotions do you aim to convey through your music?
Well, of course, like with all metal, I guess there is anger in there, which is like the most obvious one. You scream your lungs out and you hit them with the energy. But also my lyrics are mostly, you know, it's like poems, but it's hard to explain for someone who doesn't speak Norwegian. But it's based on a mix of old Norwegian folklore and my own take on the world, and I try to make like poetic lyricism in Norwegian set in this. I live right by the mountain, you know. It's very Norwegian, and I don't expect people outside to understand. But for us here, it's somewhat romantic just to look up on the mountains and write what you feel, right?
That speaks to me, even if I don't see what's happening through your window. But yeah, and I feel it through your music. So I think you achieved your goal with your audience.
Oh, thanks.
And can you walk us through your songwriting and recording process, or do you collaborate as a band during this creative phase?
Well, it's mostly me. And then also my brother is a guitarist, and he also joins for most of the releases. He has been joining in. His name is we call him Kjøttsår, which means flesh wound. And also usually I come up with a theme for the record, and I write out the lyrics, and I know what I'm gonna sing about, and then I come up with the, you know, what kind of instrumentation or whatever I want for the record, and then we just make a bunch of riffs, and then I fucking just sit down on the couch with one of these, sit right here and or stand in the corner and scream out the stuff, and then we mix it, and then it's done.
That's good. Yeah. And for every release, you have like a different soundscape, a different ambience. Yeah. It's like on your latest, I think that's your latest, the Nosferatu.
Yeah.
It's like you have very classical instruments and violins, and at the same time, when we move to Song of Hate, we have a totally different approach, different structure. Song of Hate is like a 30-minute song, something. Yeah, I think
it's like a one song album, basically.
And Scarpetta also is very different. So we have like so many different rooms in the same house. Yeah. And so, and it's very interesting. I was surprised by Nosferatu, to be honest.
Yeah.
How did you decide to have all those instruments around you?
Well, actually, I was just listening to some some black metal that I weren't familiar with, and listening to like vampiric shit. I don't know. And my band, Blue Knoke, we were supporting Cradle of Filth when they played here in Norway. And then I'm not a big fan of no disrespect, but I'm not a big fan of that style. But I thought it was something interesting about the classical instrumentation. But I wanted to make a record that sounded like a horror movie from the 1940s mixed with black metal. So not a big orchestra, not some operatic stuff, but like a small, if you put on a black and white old movie, grainy, bad production, sitting in a cinema, and then the black metal on top. I just wanted it to sound like when you're walking through the woods and it's a vampire on a castle on a hill,
Well, I heard that feeling. It is very good.
Thanks.
And it's very different. That's something very new, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if people enjoy it or not. I don't really care. That's the most important thing I think about this project is I make black metal that I enjoy, and if people enjoy it, it's cool. But this is not something I make money off. This is not something I live. I just do it. Yeah, it's for me.
That's good. I like that. How was the reception been for your recent releases like Mascrash or Dingen? Have any specific reviews or fan reactions stood out for you?
Well, people are super split in the middle. I think a lot of people are saying, "Oh shit, this is awesome," and whatever, this is cool, and you get from all around the world, you get people reacting to it in a positive way. And on the other side, you have people that says like, what is this shit? This is not true, or this is not cult, or, this is what's up with your vocals like this. And because I used to be like high screaming for the 3 first releases. And then I went down. I more appreciate doing like a, more like that. But, I guess also by changing the sound for every record, people can like one of them and don't like the other. So I did Oldingen and Ormegård, which are like pure raw Iljan inspired black metal stuff. And then I was like, I want to do a black ambient record. So I did Riddergrav, which is basically ambient soundscapes with black metal on it. And some people said that's the best, and some people said that's the worst stuff I ever did. You never know.
Well, I think it's good. You get reactions.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah, I'd rather have people reacting negatively than nobody caring at all, of course. That's more fun. Yeah.
Exactly. So you have multiple yeah. And yes, you have multiple upcoming releases planned for 2024. Independent label experience. I kind of erased that question. That was irrelevant. We talked about it. I'm sorry about that. So being unsigned and independent, what challenges and advantages have you encountered in the music industry?
Well, I've been signed before with other projects, and it has its benefits in Norway. And of course, there is positives and negatives with being signed. I've been a major label artist when I was way younger, and it sucked because I had one song that was released on Warner Music, and then I made a follow-up which I thought was cool, and they were like, no, and I haven't made any money on the first one, even though stuff like that. For my last, we're with my other band Blue Knoke, we're trying to shop a deal for albums. I think I will do it for Hatskrømt as well, but not for anything else than distribution.
Okay.
Because I can do this all myself. I don't need money for a studio. I can do it in my fucking basement. Then with cover art, I do all my cover art myself. I produce everything myself. What do I need? I need someone. The only thing I could possibly need is someone to press cassettes for me or whatever, and then distribute it. So I've been in talks with some places in Norway, but I have no need for a label, I guess. Just for fun, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And so who are some of your biggest musical influences, and how do you see yourself fitting into the broader black metal scene alongside bands like Hatskrømt?
Well, I think I see myself definitely as a part of a black metal scene in Norway, but the thing is that it's very multifaceted how it is in Norway. You have the big bands, right? Mayhem, fucking Immortal. You have Satyricon and all those guys, and then you have the second tier
Layer, yeah.
Yeah, second layer, which are people who are basically popular, but they're not that black metal-y, because black metal in Norway now is not what black metal used to be. So then you have us who are one-man bands, and you know, in the underground we know each other, but there is not a big scene in that regard. So so I feel very welcome. And, you know, I met the guys in Mayhem at the airport, and they're super nice guys, and we're, you know, friendly, and that's good. But there is no connection between the big black metal bands and the small underground stuff in Norway.
Yeah.
So, but for references and stuff, Talk is my favorite band. Talk, you know, everything that he does, Hust, everything that he does inspires me. Dark Throne, of course. And but these are, you know, in Norway, you don't turn on the radio and you listen to Dark Throne. That never happens, you know. You turn on the radio, you listen to the same shit that you listen to in the States, right? So no, it's a small community, but I think it's not a big deal, you know. It's black metal. We're just having fun, right? Making music, drinking beer, and just.
That's the point.
Yeah.
How do you approach live performances, and what can fan expect from Hatskrømt show?
Well, I haven't actually done anything live with Hatskrømt, only with Bloknoke, which Hatskrømt is a part of course.
Okay.
But it's been that's crazy, and it's been a lot of some viral moments, I guess. You know, crushed up bottle full with blood over my face, and people running puking in the corner, and you know, stuff like that is fun. But for Hatskrømt, I haven't really put together a live band, but I'm thinking of doing it.
Okay. I asked because I thought I saw some live photos, but maybe
I play live a lot with as Hatskrømt, but because Hatskrømt is also my vocalist name in the band Bloknoke. Okay. So we play big shows, small shows, whatever, you know. So last show was supporting Cradle of Filth.
That's impressive.
That was super fun. So, and we also play, you know, black and punk. So we have a lot of black metal influence in that band as well. But Hatskrømt is more pure black metal.
Okay. Looking ahead, what are your long-term goals for Hatskrømt? And where do you see the band in the next 5 years?
Well, a part of me just wants to keep it like it is, you know, just playing live. It's the only difference, but I don't want, you know, some bands are like, they want to grow and grow. I kind of like to keep it underground, but I would like to get presses, vinyl presses, cassettes, and a little live action, and then just keep it in the community. Tape trading, vinyl trading, selling shit at concerts, and really not that ambitious when it comes to reaching upper echelons of the music industry or anything. But I want to be I want the black metal people out there to know that I'm here so they can check it out. That's I guess that's the thing.
Excellent. Would you like to say anything to our listeners today?
Well,
do you have a message to pass on?
Well, I would definitely say check out the Bandcamp. It's always fucking cheap there. I put stuff on sale all the time. Check out Spotify if you're interested, and yeah, just if you come to Norway, come to see our shows.
That would be great.
Yeah,
definitely do that. I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much for today. So we can find your music like almost everywhere. Bandcamp is the best, but I even found you on Apple Music. So
yeah, I think
so
I'm
you
everywhere. I think I'm everywhere. Lacking physical right now, but that's gonna happen. But also there are albums that I don't even have anymore, but that on YouTube and stuff, which I find stuff that I uploaded, you know, and forgot about and stuff. So I guess you can find it anywhere.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
So have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Can't wait to listen what you're up to. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.